General Hospital spoilers reveal that the story between Lucas and Brad is entering a phase filled with tension and conflict, as their interactions gradually lose the sincerity and closeness that once existed. Brad, who had once hoped to rebuild his broken relationship with Lucas, is becoming increasingly desperate. He constantly seeks ways to win Lucas back, but his actions, though driven by love, are overshadowed by obsession and calculation. Lucas, on the other hand, is gradually realizing that Brad is no longer someone he can trust or rely on. The schemes Brad was involved in, from manipulating relationships to hiding secrets, have left irreparable cracks in Lucas' heart. Though Lucas tried to give Brad a chance to change, each attempt only led to more disappointment. The distance between them is not only due to past mistakes but also the changes in who they have become. After many trials, Lucas is seeking a more genuine and healthy love, while Brad is caught up in an obsession to restore what has been lost. These conflicts create an unbridgeable gap, making every conversation between them an underlying confrontation. When Lucas begins to connect with someone new, Brad cannot hide his jealousy and insecurity. These negative emotions drive Brad to make impulsive decisions that could lead to unforeseen consequences. Meanwhile, Lucas feels exhausted by Brad's clinging, pushing him further away from this relationship. The story is not just about lost love but also the struggle between hope and reality. In his effort to hold on to Lucas, Brad risks losing himself and everything good that remains between them. Though heartbroken, Lucas may be forced to make a definitive decision to free both of them. These conflicts not only create a fracture that may never heal but also open the door to a potential disaster where both must face not only the loss of love but also the loss of respect and understanding they once had for each other. A new doctor has appeared in Port Charles, bringing a fresh breeze not only to the hospital but also to the personal lives of the residents. This character's arrival quickly attracts attention, particularly from Lucas. The budding relationship between Lucas and the new doctor creates a wave of complex emotions, turning Lucas' romantic story into something dramatic and unpredictable. Brad, still holding on to the hope of salvaging his relationship with Lucas, feels threatened by the presence of this newcomer. Brad's jealousy and insecurity quickly turn into obsession. He cannot accept the idea of Lucas moving on with someone else, especially someone entirely unfamiliar and charismatic. This pulls Brad into a whirlwind of chaotic emotions, driving him to take risky actions to protect his love. Meanwhile, Lucas is torn between the past and the present. The care and understanding that the new doctor provides make him feel comforted and healed after the wounds from his relationship with Brad. However, Lucas cannot ignore the lingering feelings he still has for Brad, making each decision a major challenge. The subtle confrontation between Brad and the new doctor not only complicates Lucas' romantic story but also sets the stage for a series of unexpected and tense events. Brad, in his effort to win back Lucas, risks pushing everything further, creating an inevitable confrontation. These developments not only shape the dramatic love triangle but also lay the groundwork for an explosive future storyline where love, obsession, and ambition intertwine. Lucas is now caught in a tense and dangerous storyline revolving around the search for Sam's killer. Sam's mysterious death not only leaves a void in Lucas' life but also ignites a burning determination within him to uncover the truth and bring justice for his loved one. Although Lucas is not typically involved in dangerous confrontations, Sam's death has changed him. Using both his medical expertise and persistence, he begins to gather fragmented clues related to the case. However, this journey is far from easy, as he discovers that the people behind Sam's death are part of a dangerous, powerful network willing to do anything to keep their secrets. Lucas not only faces enemies who seem unstoppable but also confronts potential threats to himself and those around him. Anonymous threats begin to surface, suspicious accidents happen, and even close friends warn him not to go too far. Nevertheless, Lucas does not back down. He unexpectedly receives support from Brad, who has become his most reliable ally in this mission. Despite the complex emotions between them, Brad is willing to put himself in danger to protect Lucas. The story becomes even more complicated and Lucas realizes that the person behind Sam's death may be connected to a familiar character in Port Charles. His investigation brings him closer to shocking secrets, but also places him in the sights of dangerous enemies. When the truth is revealed, Lucas will have to face tough decisions, including whether he can sacrifice his personal safety to expose the truth. Lucas is facing one of the greatest challenges of his life as he enters a legal battle with Willow to secure custody of Wiley following Michael's death. This is not just an ordinary dispute, it carries with it a myriad of emotions, pressures, and complex calculations. Lucas, as a family member, understands that Wiley needs a strong protector to get through this difficult time. However, he realizes that he cannot fight this battle alone. Willow, who has a deep bond with Wiley, is also unwilling to back down. She is determined to win custody, believing she can provide the best environment for the child. The tension between the two escalates, creating a dramatic confrontation both legally and emotionally. To strengthen his position, Lucas is forced to seek support from someone strong and intelligent enough to help him navigate the challenges ahead. This situation has pushed Lucas into a position where he must make tough decisions. As the situation becomes more tense, old secrets and family relationships begin to surface, making the battle even more complicated than ever. At the same time, other characters in Port Charles, from Carly to Diane, become entangled in this dispute, each with their own opinions about where Wiley belongs. The story is not just about a custody battle, it also opens up deeper conflicts about love, family, and responsibility. Lucas, who has always tried to stay level-headed, begins to feel the pressure mounting as he faces one problem after another. He realizes that every action he takes must be carefully considered, not only for Wiley's benefit but also for his own dignity. This battle is slowly becoming one of the major events in Port Charles, where all relationships are tested, and every decision could lead to unforeseen consequences. The following developments promise to be full of drama, as Lucas faces Willow in a no-holds-barred battle for what both believe is best for Wiley. Brad continues to play an important role in Lucas' life, especially as Lucas faces one of his toughest periods following Michael's death. The fight for custody of Wiley has thrust Lucas into a tense legal whirlwind with Willow, and Brad is not only a companion but also a constant source of support for Lucas in this battle. However, beneath this dedicated support, the deep feelings Brad still has for Lucas are far from fading, making their relationship more complicated than ever. The arrival of a new doctor in Port Charles, a charismatic and talented character, has stirred Lucas' emotions. The new doctor not only attracts Lucas with their intelligence and charm but also provides him with the emotional comfort he has been longing for. This quickly becomes a major source of tension for Brad, who cannot hide his jealousy and feelings of threat by Lucas' new interest. Brad tries to maintain his place in Lucas' life by increasing his support in the custody battle. He seizes every opportunity to prove that he understands Lucas better than anyone, from offering practical legal advice to being ready to face Willow in court. However, when he sees Lucas spending more time with the new doctor, Brad cannot avoid the overwhelming feelings of jealousy and insecurity. The new doctor's presence not only changes the dynamics between Lucas and Brad but also opens the possibility of a dramatic love triangle. Lucas, torn between his lingering feelings for Brad and his attraction to the new doctor, begins to feel the pressure of having to make difficult choices. Meanwhile, Brad is pushed into a whirlwind of insecurity and impulsive actions, making the relationship between him and Lucas more tense than ever. The story becomes even more complicated as the new doctor also has their own feelings and is not afraid to fight for a place in Lucas' heart. This creates a subtle confrontation between Brad and the new character, turning their relationship into an emotional battleground full of tension and instability. Will Brad be able to overcome his jealousy to keep Lucas by his side, or will the new relationship completely change Lucas' life? The legal battle with Willow, the complexity of emotions, and the arrival of the new character have all pushed this love story to new heights, promising unexpected twists and intense emotions in Port Charles.